Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 458. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. And Elvis, the Jets still suck. How the hell you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Coming off a great week, a fantastic weekend overall. Just in general. Still, start of the NBA season. It's we're in the thick of things still. Whereas you got a little bit of everything. You got your hockey. You got the start of the NBA season. You got the World Series starting in a few days. And you got NFL football, Dill. It's one of the best times of the year. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for much better. It's the best time of the year. You got all the major sports going on at once right now. Yeah, overall, even though it was a very, very bad Sunday night for me, Jets, they wind up getting blown out. Not even remotely close, 37-15. First quarter looked good. Russ was throwing the ball to people's feet. People were booing him. I said, okay, this is good. This is good. And I called you and I said that interception changed the whole dynamic of the game. And it was just over from there. Breece Hall had a pretty good game, but outside of that, they can't stop the run. Devontae Adams only had 3 catches. He was wide open. Aaron Rodgers couldn't go to his left. This team is sad, man. This team is really sad. They have no identity. They can't stop the run to save their life. And every week, they have a new excuse. 2 weeks ago, it was Robert Saleh. Then it was, we're getting Devontae Adams. He comes in, doesn't really do anything. Hassan Reddick is in the building. He's looking to play next week. It's one thing after another. This team is just full of excuses. On paper, this team should be a contender, but they have no heart, no identity, and they don't do anything spectacularly well. When the offensive line plays well, Aaron Rodgers doesn't play well. When Aaron Rodgers plays well, the offensive line doesn't hold up. So, a lot of people are saying, you guys were 4-3 last time with the same team. No, I would argue this is a much different team. At least our defense back then was a top 5 defense. This is not a top 5 defense at all. And Ulbrich, I'm starting to question him now. I mean, we didn't get the interim bump. There's no energy. There's no heart. It's actually sad, and our defense is suffering because of that. He can't focus on the defense. He has his hands in everything because he's the head coach. There was a report out that I think Chris Collinsworth said it on broadcast that there are coaches in the building still texting Robert Saleh. Now, I like Robert Saleh, and he's probably a really good guy, but that's fucking weird. Like, I don't know how else to put it. That's fucking weird. The team is done. It doesn't matter if they go and beat the Patriots this week. It really doesn't, because if they don't win out, they're not going to make the playoffs. So I think in 2 weeks on Halloween, that is the portal game. If they lose to Houston, which I do expect them to, pack it up, tank, get a quarterback. Like, this team is done. So yeah, I'm all in tank mode, kid. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm not going to put all this energy into this team anymore because they don't put energy into the fans.
For the people listening out there, that's a true Jets fan right there. So, I'm not going to beat you while you're down, though. All the Jets fan out there, I'm not going to beat you while you're down. I'm going to talk about the Steelers, still. Overall, I agree with the decision of, moving with Russell Wilson. Like I said, though, I think he gives you the best opportunity to contend for a championship. That's all. Right now, Justin Fields played well, and to me, you got to tip your hat off to him. But Russ, we saw yesterday this offense took a bump, especially when he got it going in the second quarter. Deal, we saw this offense kind of flourish. Najee Harris ran the ball great yesterday. We haven't seen Najee Harris run the ball that well just because they were loaded in the box with Justin Fields, making him forced to beat those one-on-one throws. Still, The running game was there, 150 on the ground collectively. That's pretty damn great. George Pickens had his best night of the season so far. 5 catches, 111 with a TD. Drew a couple flags as well. Fire moves. Still, first time all season they had multiple touchdowns scored by a wide receiver in a game. I, I think we're gonna see Russ. I know I understand he started slow, and I don't expect him to light it up. But if Russ could just play at this level he played last night, and not for nothing, I understand you might say the Jets defense ain't a top 5 defense anymore, but I'm gonna still say that's a pretty good top 15 defense. If Russ could play like this moving forward against other teams in the AFC, the Steelers might be contenders with that defense. TJ Watt, another thing, they won this game and they went on a 31-0 run, and TJ Watt hasn't even been mentioned.
Yeah.
TJ Watt was honestly, I'm not gonna say a no-show, but he wasn't impactful in the game. It was these other guys, the rookie Bishop with 2 picks. He hit the Deion Sanders running one back deal. So to me, it was a great overall win. You had two special team, 2 field goal blocks. One was to me was a bullshit flag, but the second one there was clean. You could tell these guys are practices. You saw the special teams coach. He said, I'm cut from a different cloth. You love that. That's what the Jets don't have, and that's culture, Dill. Yeah, I love what the Steelers are doing right now. And anybody out there, if you hate them or love them, you got to at least like what the Steelers are doing right now.
Yeah, that was a bullshit call. That wasn't a penalty the first time they blocked it. Yeah, that was bullshit. I even said that in real time. I think Russ just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just throw it up to George Pickens and he could catch it. He's so good. And you're right. As much as I do like Justin Fields, and I don't think he did his job was at stake, but you're right. After seeing that offense and what they can do with Russ, Russ should be the
Jets.
Russ should be the starter. Russ should be the starter.
That's all I said. Fields did well enough to keep he did well enough not to lose the job. He just didn't do well enough to keep the job. And we saw it on full display second quarter on where Russ got in rhythm a little bit. Because I'll be the first one to say those first few throws, I was with the crowd. I was like, what's going on? The Bulls were there. The Bulls were there. But so like you said, so when he started throwing up to George Pickens, confidence level got back. And I'm not gonna say Russ cut, but hey, we saw Russ do his thing.
Yeah, 100%. Now Baltimore moves into a tie with Pittsburgh at 5-2. Speaking of Baltimore, they were rolling last night. They came back a little in the fourth quarter like they always do. 21 points in the fourth quarter for Baker Mayfield and the Bucs, but this might be the best 1-2 punch quarterback running back combination. Maybe Jared Goff and the running backs in Detroit, because Jared Goff is playing like an MVP right now. But
yeah, 1-2 punch. That's like a core. You got 2-headed monster there in Detroit.
But Lamar was bugging. 17 for 22, 281 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 to Mark Andrews. Justice Hill had one. Rashard Bateman, have yourself a career day. Derrick Henry caught one. They cannot stop him on the ground either. 169 yards on the ground. It was he had a perfect passer rating. It was amazing to go on the road and beat a good Buccaneers team like that. Force Baker Mayfield to throw 2 interceptions early on. Really didn't get the running game going. No one really had a good game. Rachaad White had 40 yards, but nothing crazy. Cade Otton came on late. Unfortunately, Mike Evans, his hamstring, he did get the touchdown, but after that, he is put on IR now, so he's going to miss the next 4 weeks after week 11. So, unfortunate blow to the Bucs, but huge win for this Raven team. They continue to roll.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The 1.5 was a little scary, especially late in the first quarter. But the Ravens defense was able to step up, got those, that one huge pick in the end zone, then followed up with another one. Then after, give credit to Tampa. The first 2 drives, it kind of stalled. The Ravens got a few sacks, but second quarter on, Lamar flat out honestly took the lead for the MVP right now. To me, he should be the front runner
over Jared Goff.
After last night's performance, don't get me wrong, Jared Goff is right there. Yeah. All I'm saying is right now, he got it. He got it right now. 5 passing touchdowns still, and we know what he's doing on the ground. That's the thing. He's putting up the passing numbers, but he's also going to probably average probably gonna give you 700 on the ground, 800 on the ground as well.
Easy.
Goff is probably gonna have what 60 at the maybe 80 after all those damn QB
Sneaks.
not sneaks at the end of the game
Kneel downs.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. Lamar was just flat out phenomenal, and Derrick Henry. I'm gonna say this again. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Right now, you're last in running. You're last in rushing attack, average per play, red zone. Derrick Henry was right there, and you didn't get him. Another great day for Derrick Henry. Right now, he's having a career year, Dill.
For a guy that big, it doesn't look like he could run that fast. But once he hits that sideline, you can't catch him.
And you heard him. He was upset he didn't score on that 80-yard run.
Oh, my God.
Dill,
Me too.
He averaged 11 yards a carry last night.
It's video game numbers.
Derrick Henry's still the best running back in football. I said that like 6-7 years ago.
He's a future Hall of Famer. I don't think we're ever going to see. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to. And I think I brought this up a few weeks ago. Everyone better be enjoying Derrick Henry because he's the last of a real running back. Yeah. We don't see those running backs anymore.
Don't get me wrong. The only one that's still left besides Derrick, I'm going to give it to Saquon. He's a true running back there. He's a 3-down back. Derrick Henry, 3-down back.
But you could catch it out of the backfield with Saquon. You really can't do that with Derrick Henry.
That's just not his, go
forte.
Yeah, forte. That's all.
Yeah.
But, just to touch on the game, Dill, I said it early on a few weeks ago. The Ravens are going to be, to me, impressive and back at that Super Bowl contending is not when, Derrick Henry and Lamar is running the ball well. It's when Lamar have those other guys involved. You saw Bateman have a career day. Mark Andrews, 2 touchdowns. Nagelar, nice catch. Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers only had 1 catch still. And
fucked me in fantasy.
Yeah, but he threw 5 touchdowns still. We saw Zay Flowers have back-to-back great weeks. The fact that you're able to score 41 points, 5 passing touchdowns, and your number one didn't get one deal, and Derrick Henry still goes off. Lamar had an efficient game. That's when this Baltimore offense and team is at its highest level. When Lamar is passing the ball well and the running game is still there and the defense is able to do what they're capable of doing. Now on the other side with the Buccaneers, like you said, Mike Evans is going to be out, 4 to 5 weeks?
Yeah.
That sucks. And let's see what Chris Godwin, but it doesn't look good.
He hurt himself too.
Yeah. His ankle. From the video I saw, doesn't look good. So I'm hoping it's not too serious, but I wouldn't be shocked if Chris Godwin misses, 4 weeks to possibly the season. So tough blow for the Tampa Bay Bucks, but I know Baker Mayfield, the way he's been balling as of late, I think the Bucks will still be in the thick of things, possibly for the division to see how the Falcons look, but tough blow for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, very tough blow for the Buccaneers at home, but over 500 total offense for this offense, and Todd Monken really has the boys playing right now. So yeah, big win for the Ravens. The other Monday night game, I think it was a surprise. I think a lot of people thought, Chargers were the right side, but here come Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. They win 17-15. Big win at home. What a game by James Conner. They just couldn't stop James Conner. He didn't get into the end zone, but 19 carries, over 100 yards, and they did what the Chargers wanted to do. They ran the hell out of the ball, and the Chargers couldn't run the ball to save their life. Will Dissly, he had a pretty good game. Justin Herbert had a good game. His passing attempts went way through the roof. So that was an L on me. But, they really didn't do anything. You got to give credit to this Arizona defense as well, because for a defense that really allows a lot of points and a lot of total yards, they really held it home at home against I would say a pretty good offense in the Chargers. So, big win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, great game to me, in my opinion, from Justin Herbert. 27 for 39, 349 in the air. Just he couldn't find the end zone with none of the receivers, and to me, that's the difference. The fact that Arizona was able to beat them in their own game, that was the most surprising part of it. You would think Kyler Murray go out there and throw for 350. No, he did what the Chargers do: throw for $145, take care of the ball, and then run the ball and play good defense. Arizona beat the Jim Harbaugh in his own game. That's the surprising part, Dale. So give credit to the Arizona team. Didn't have to do much and pulled off, to me, an impressive win.
Yeah, so overall, bounce back week 7 for me. Like I said, week 6 was not good. I go 8-10. Week 7, bounce back 9-7. We're back in the green, kid. I know you did much better than I did, but how did you do for week 7?
Week 7, I went 11-4. I had a great Sunday. Thursday night didn't go there, and then yesterday I went 1-1. I took the Ravens first half spread, and then I took Marvin Harrison over receiving. Honestly, Marvin Harrison been a little bit of a disappointment so far this season, just because those other rookies later on the draft have been playing so well. The Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors. So uh, great week though. 11-4. Then last week, 10-2. So your boy's hot.
Yeah, let's go into our power rankings because, I think 1 and 2 who've been 1 and 2 this whole season for us, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Vikings. Vikings wind up losing to the Lions. I'm interested to see your power rankings. I'll start though and I'll start with another one. I almost put 11 at 10. I think there's
It's hard though.
it's hard. At 11, I put the Philadelphia Eagles. They are coming up on, big win against the Giants. I think Cooper DeJean, Aiden Mitchell, the kid out of Toledo, both corners are looking really good. Nick Fangio's defense is starting to come along now after 7 weeks, but I almost put them at 10. But 10, I did put Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. I know that's probably not ideally, but yeah, tough loss at home. I still think this offense is good. They're going to take a hit, obviously, without Mike Williams. We'll see what Chris Godwin's injury is, but I still think this is a good team. I think Baker can win them some games, and in a division where I think it could be up for grabs, I think this division is right there for the taking. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I just think they ran into a hacksaw last night. So I'm going to take the Bucs at number 10.
Be honest, y'all, I don't disagree with you, but I kind of flip flopped with you, Dill. I got the Eagles at number 10. My main concern for the Eagles heading to the season was their defense. Their defense has been the most impressive part of this team for these past few weeks. Still, I gotta give them credit. Like you said, Fangio got that defense playing at a high level. Jalen Carter, my God, Jalen Carter is developing like a true Pro Bowler. Still, he's becoming special. Like you said, those two young corners, they're finally getting the hang of things. Still, and then the offense. Saquon is playing. He's playing like the second best running back in football. And we got AJ Brown coming back from the injury. Devontae Smith, we'll see what is up with him, but Dallas Goddard will be back as well. I think we're going to see this offense start clicking as well sooner than later, Dill. But the defense has been the most impressive part to me as of late. Give me the Eagles at 10.
At number 9, give me the Washington Redskins. Yeah, they played the Panthers, and I wish the Jets played the Panthers right now. We need a win like that. But 5-2, you can't doubt that right now. Dan Quinn has the boys playing. This young corner, I think he's a slot corner, but I think his name's Mike Sinstill. He's been really good. He's a nickel cornerback, and he became immediate starter. He's been locked down, and he's only 5'10", but he plays bigger than his size. And, I do think this defense, I don't really have to worry about the offense right now. I do think Jaden Daniels will play this week. And I think this offense with Cliff Kingsbury is fine. They had Marcus Mariota out there fucking dicing them up. So I don't worry about this offense. Dan Quinn, he's getting the boys ready, and he's really building a culture down there in Washington. So, yeah, still a top 10 team, 5-2.
Still at number 9, I'm right there with you. Give me the Commanders at number 9. I'm not going to add too much of what you just said. Only concern is if Jaden Daniels' injury is going to be something that lingers. Right now, he's been playing like one of the best players in football. That defense is coming alive week in and week out. Dan Quinn has honestly been coaching his butt off. I think he should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year. I know it's still early, people, but definitely in the conversation. Give me the Commanders at 9.
Yeah, for number 8, hate to say it, but yeah, I got to do it. Pittsburgh Steelers at number 8. They run the ball well. They have good culture. They have a good coach. Russ, I think, kind of brings them to that next level. And yeah, TJ Watt was a non-factor, but he's always going to be there. They have a top 10, top 5 linebacker in Patrick Queen that just fits immediately into what they're trying to do. And I think their defense is getting better every week as well. Big win at home. And if I knew Trump was going to be there, I fucking would have never bet the Jets. So
Same.
Oh, fuck me. But yeah, give me Pittsburgh at number 8. You can't deny them. They're 5-2.
Still, we're aligned right now. Give me the Steelers at number 8. To be honest, I wanted to put them higher, but the teams above are better. That's simply it, Dill. I love Mike Tomlin. I that defense is a top 5, top 10 defense, and with Russ still, I'm not gonna say sky's the limit, but I guarantee the Steelers will be in the thick of things. Give me the Steelers at number 8.
All right. At number 7 for me, give me the Houston Texans. Tough loss to the Packers. But, I don't think CJ Stroud has been playing as good as he has been last season. So he's been slumping a little bit. Obviously, the main factor for this offense has been Joe Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see him continue to rise up. D'Amico Ryans has been kind of questionable as well. Defense hasn't been as good, but they are still 5-2. They could still win the division. Tough loss, and for as bad as CJ Stroud played, they still had every opportunity to win that game as well. So I had to drop them. They did lose, but I still think they're a top 10 team.
Still, we are lying. I kind of want to go next first because I think we're gonna have the same rest of the way. I have a feeling. Number 7, give me the Texans. CJ Stroud coming off his worst game of his career, honestly. I just think he misses Nico Collins a little bit. Nico Collins was that steady deep threat that opened things up the middle, So I think right now the offense is just missing that a little bit. Like you said, Joe Mixon, he's been running the ball fucking well. I gotta at least say that. Joe Mixon, I thought he was gonna, take a little step back, moving from Kansas City from Cincinnati down to Houston with that high power, wide receiving core. Joe Mixon has been dominating as of late. So I know right now without Nico Collins, the passing game is struggling just a little bit. That defense is not as good as it was of last year as of right now. We need that defense to take a tick up, Dill. But other than that, I'm not going to panic too much about the Houston. Give me Houston at 7. And let me go to 6, Dill, because I have a feeling we got the same number 6. At number 6, give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, Dill. With the addition of Amari Cooper, I've been saying for weeks now that defense is going to get healthier and healthier. The defense is going to get better. James Cook going to be healthy. I think he's going to be back this week as well. Von Miller is going to be coming back from suspension as well. Remember, he had a sack streak before that suspension went off. So I love what I've been seeing from Buffalo as of late, and I know their defense will improve just week in and week out because they're going to get healthier. So give me the Buffalo Bills at number 6.
Ooh, we are different. I have
about time.
Minnesota Vikings at number 6. I had to drop them. Tough loss to the Lions.
That's a big drop, though.
Yeah, I know. 2-6. I dropped them 4, but other people went up. I still like this team. I still think they're a playoff team. Sam Darnold, he had a pretty good game. I still trust his defense, but my worry with this team is when they go up against elite offenses like the Ravens, like the Lions, like they did. I have a tough time with them trying to play catch up or shootout type of game with them. So I do worry about that. They are capped off a little bit, but I do like this team. I still think they're a top 10 team. So give me Minnesota at number 6.
At number 5, I'm glad they're here. Give me the Green Bay Packers at number 5. Jordan Love. I should have double checked this. I apologize. So I'm pretty sure he leads the league in passing touchdowns right now. Or maybe Lamar just passed him. But Jordan Love is up there, and he missed 2 games. Jordan Love has been slinging the ball. He had a great comeback win against Houston last week. That defense has been the most impressive part there. That defense been playing like a top 10-ish defense. Josh Jacobs been running the hell out of the ball. Romeo Doubs, I don't know what happened these past few weeks. He's been putting up tremendous numbers. Kraft, the tight end, has been doing his thing as well. Right now, Green Bay Packers, it's a top 5 team, people. Give me the Packers at number 5.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I got the Packers at number 5. Big win against the Texans. And watch out for this tight end, Tucker Kraft, as well. He's really coming on as well. Jordan Love has been doing well, and he missed 2 games as well. So kind of reminds me of Josh Allen a little bit. Has very high highs, but then has some lows as well. But I do like Jordan Love. Matt LaFleur is an offensive genius as well. So, yeah, love this team. 5-2. Give me the Green Bay at number 5.
At number 4, give me the Minnesota Vikings, Dill. I agree to every point you honestly said, Dill. I agree with you. The fact that they lost this game against Detroit, I can't take them down that much. But they're number 4. They're still a top 5 Sammy D has been playing great. He still played great. If he had a bad game, I'd be like, I'm a little worried. No, he still played good. Justin Jefferson had a good game. Aaron Jones coming back from that little hip injury. Defense, you got Brian Flores calling plays still. I'm gonna still have faith in that defense. I'm not gonna sound the bells. To me, Detroit's been playing like one of the best teams in football these past 3 weeks. So I'm not gonna panic too much. Give me the Vikings at 4.
At number 4, give me the Buffalo Bills. I mean, 34 unanswered points or something like that. They just flipped the switch and they really turned it on. Love the addition of Amari Cooper as well. Josh Allen is playing at an elite level, 0 interceptions. They're getting some key guys back on defense as well. I like this team. They should win the division. They should kind of run away with it right now. But yeah, I like the Bills. They're sitting at number 4 for me.
Shockingly, the East looks like the worst division of football right now. Shockingly.
Sad.
Yeah. At number 3, first of all, top 3 is loaded, people. Give me the Baltimore Ravens at number 3. We just spoke about them. Derrick Henry's playing like an MVP. Lamar, to me, right now is the front runner for MVP. That defense, to me, is not as good as it was last year, but it's right. It's pretty damn good, Dill. I love everything I've been seeing as of late. Give me the Ravens. And real quick, Dill, Lamar did come back from a 10-point deficit last night. He didn't panic, Dill. He looked good. He looked good.
Yeah, I got the Ravens at number 3 as well. I think they have one of the best offenses in the league. Like I said, I think they might have the best 1-2 punch with Lamar and Derrick Henry. Defense is playing well, even though they lost their defensive coordinator. I still like them. Started the season off a little slow. Fourth quarter does need to kind of be a little better, but I still like this team, and I think they're a tough team to play right now. They're grooving, and going into the bank is no easy place to play as well. So yeah, and I think the offensive line is another key factor that a lot of people aren't mentioning. They're protecting Lamar this season after losing a lot of their key guys. So yeah, I got the Ravens at number 3.
I think number 2, we got about the same. I'm just interested if we're gonna have the same 1-2 combo, Dale. If the Chiefs wasn't undefeated, Dill, I would have put the Lions at 1. I'm going to give the Kansas City Chiefs the respect. The Lions, to me, Dill, they've been playing at the best team in football. You can't deny it. You saw them beat the undefeated Vikings in Minnesota. You saw how disrespectful they played against Dallas in Dallas. And right now, like you said, Jared Goff is playing like the MVP. If Lamar didn't do what he did last night, I'll agree with you. Jared Goff is the MVP right now, but you got Williams just getting suspended. I'm not too worried about it. It's only 2 games. Hopefully, comes back, doesn't really throws off his game. But we have Amon St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta. That offense is special. And then that defense. I understand they lost Aiden Hutchinson, but they still could get after the quarterback. Those corners are better than the corners they had last year. I can't deny that Detroit right there with the Kansas City Chiefs. And number 1, even the Kansas City Chiefs still. I understand Patrick Mahomes ain't playing like 2020, 2021, 2019 Patrick Mahomes. But it don't matter. He's still leading his team to an undefeated season. Still playing like the best team in football. And when they need to get a win, Patrick Mahomes is gonna get the job done. This man busted a 40-yard run when needed. He ran over a safety when needed to get the score because the receivers couldn't get open. Though, just calling Patrick Mahomes' shoulder, he's gonna get the job done. And another huge game for Kareem Hunt. Doesn't matter who's the running back; they're just gonna eat and in that backfield. Deal.
Yeah, I got the same thing. 2 Lions, 1 Kansas City. I mean, Kansas City, they just invent new ways to win without their running back, without their top 2, top 3 wide receivers, and then to go on the road and beat a 49er team like that. You just got to give it up to them. They are the best team right now. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes isn't playing the best football right now, but it doesn't matter. He just finds ways to win. And that's why he will go down as one of the greatest ever. And Detroit, yeah, I love them. I love their offense. It doesn't really matter with Jamison Williamson. They know how to play without him. Let's be honest. I do like their corners, especially the safety, Brian Branch. I told you he made a sick interception over the weekend. So I do think their secondary is getting better from what we saw last year. But yeah, they're definitely the 2 best teams right now in the NFL. Kid, that's it. That's all our power rankings. Any surprises there for you?
To be honest, I think this was our closest one.
Yeah.
The only difference was Eagles and Bucks at 10.
and the Bills.
And you had Bills at 4. I have Vikings at 4. Only difference. I have Bills at
Yeah.
6.
I think that was the most aligned we have been for the first 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So looking forward to week 8. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We favor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys, or new flavor coconut watching Thursday Night Football, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Week 8 starts in LA. And yeah, like I said, they're gonna be the Rams. And surprising news, they put up Cooper Kupp on the trade block. Trade deadline's coming up. They put him up for sale. They said, hey, we're open. Phone lines are open. That's very interesting to me, if I'm being honest. But right now, Rams, they are home dogs. Plus 124 on the money line. Vikings coming into town, laying 3, minus 144 on the money line. The total is at 48. Kid, how you playing this one?
Don't get me wrong. Cooper Kupp returning to this offense, I know it's going to give him a boost. But Brian Flores in that defense, still coming off a tough loss against Detroit, I think this is a great bounce back for them. I wish I would have loved it a little more if they were at home. But, in LA, I guarantee it's going to be some Minnesota fans. There's always an away fan attendance, bunch of them at these Rams games for some reason. And I guarantee Minnesota is gonna travel there. I expect Sammy D in this offense to bounce back. I like the fact that Aaron Jones is back healthy as well. I think they'll be able to run the ball. We saw without Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, it's just been Kerr Williams or bust. I understand you have a couple other guys making some plays still, but nothing consistent. Just about Kerr Williams. I think Brian Flores in that defense is going to be showing on Kerr Williams, not let him hurt you. Possibly double team Cooper Kupp. But I think Cooper Kupp is still going to be able to do his thing. Just maybe not kill you for $140 and a couple touchdowns. So I'm gonna lay with Minnesota. Give me Minnesota minus the 3 in a good bounce back situation. Then I'm gonna take Cooper Kupp over 69.5 receiving yards. Still, they were saying he was healthy enough to play Sunday. They were like, you know what? Let's just wait till Thursday night so we could get you in there and we could go all out 100%. So I expect especially if he's now on the trade block deal. I guarantee he has. I'm not guaranteeing nothing, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a nice game back from injury. So give me the minus 3 of Minnesota on a bounce back win, and give me Cooper Kupp over 69.5 receiving yards and a nice bounce back game from injury.
We talked about this a few weeks ago where we said teams that play the Lions the next week, we have to fade them. They have been defeated. ATS. Playing the Lions is a tough game. And I was so tempted to take the Rams on the money line. I'm going to take the 3, though, but and play it safe. But, Minnesota, they obviously were a wagon to start the season. But I think some of the screws have kind of fallen off a little bit. This looks like a beatable team now. We saw them lose at home against the Lions. Their secondary wasn't good. And I think Brian Flores will fix some things up. But I think it's exploitable. And I think Stafford getting Cooper Kupp back, Tutu Atwell. Yeah, you don't have Puka Nacua back, but there are some guys that he could throw the ball to. You mentioned Karen Williams has been really good. I think they could get their 3rd win of the year. So yeah, I'm going to take the plus 3. Oh shit, I wish it was plus 5. Plus 3 for the Rams. I'm even tempted to take the money line as well. What was the player prop you had again?
Cooper Kupp over 69.5 receiving yards.
Also
like his over 6.5 receptions. It's just like a minus 125. I still like it, just don't love it.
Yeah, I saw 67.5 as well, and that was going to be my play. Yo, we are locked and loaded today. We don't even talk about this, but, his presence just opens up this offense. So I do think we're going to see some good numbers from him right away. And now that they say he's going to be on the trade block, I expect him to ball out and try to get a team. So I like him. I think this is a good matchup for him. Like I said, against a secondary that looks exploitable right now. So yeah, really big on Cooper Kupp. 67.5 at -114. That's the number I got. Did you get that as well?
I got 69, Dill. I
Okay.
love 67, though.
Yeah, so
Regardless,
shop around.
I think he goes for at least 85, 90 plus.
Yeah, I expect a big game.
Yeah.
And if he goes for 100, they are live. I'm telling you.
No,
At
if he goes
home.
for 100, they're going to win.
Yeah, so big game here for Thursday night. Let's go to the NBA, kid. Like I said, only 4 games here on the slate for Thursday. But what do you like here for the NBA?
Still, I love a ton of games. Still, for people listening live right now, going to take the Knicks plus 5.5 for today. Jaylen Brown over 23.5. Minnesota money line. LeBron 6.5 over rebounds. Just to get it out the way real quick. I'm pretty sure Dylan feels the same way about the Knicks with me. He doesn't like the Jaylen Brown play, but I think he agrees with it low key. 23 points is a low for the boy.
Yeah.
Let's start it off, Dill. First of all, glad basketball is back. I hope y'all happy that basketball is back. Let's start it off, Dill. Detroit, Indiana at Detroit. Pacers laying 5.5. Let me check the points right now just to make sure. Oh, right now it's at 4.5 people. So shop around. I even love the 4.5. I still like the 5.5. Dill. Don't get me wrong. I expect Detroit to be better than a bottom 5 team. Yes, but they're still going to be a bottom 10 team. Pacers right now, the way they're coming into the season, I think I'm not gonna say they have high expectations, but they got players who they've been there and done that. Tyrese Haliburton, he's been All-Star a couple times now. Pascal Siakam, he's a champion now. He's been there and done that. They'll Neesmith, Nembhard, they have that playoff experience. Miles Turner, he's been that dude. I think I expect a lot of things from this Pacers team. It's going to be tough coming off this loaded East, but I'm going to lay the points with them on opening night. Give me the 4.5, 5.5, whatever you could get it. Detroit. Brooklyn taking on Atlanta Hawks. We're 8-point dogs. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm a Nets fan. I'm giving to you raw, uncut. I'm giving you an unbiased thing. I don't expect us to win this game, people, but we shouldn't be an 8-point dog against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks, they're going to be solid, not good. Come on, people. We shouldn't be an 8-point dog against them. And I also lean Cam Thomas over 24.5 points. He might drop a 30-piece on them. Headed on to Battle of Florida. Orlando Magic taking on the Miami Heat. Still, to me, this is going to be a great matchup. Definitely trying to have this on one of your TVs. Still, I know you got like 4 of them. To me, this is one of the good matchups on Wednesday night. I'm going to take the dogs. They'll give me the Magic at plus 120. Look at me. I love Miami. But I just think this Magic team is a little better right now. And I honestly think they're going to be the top dogs of Florida. Don't get me wrong, Eric Spoelstra's still a great coach. But right now, I think the Magic is just a little better of a team. Give me the dogs. Magic plus 120 on the money line. Let's go out the country, though. Let's head to Toronto. Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Toronto Raptors. For any Raptor fans out there, it's going to be a tough season. It's going to be a tough season for you guys. Give me the -5 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. To me, they have the potential to, be contenders. It's just the East is so loaded, though. I love Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland, to me, he's a pretty good point guard. You know how I feel about the 2 big men, Mobley and Jared Allen. You got some key pieces around as well. It's just the East is so loaded. I expect them, to be honest, even put them up to like a -9.5, even to 10. I think the Cavs win by double digits. Next game, we got news though. No Paul George, no Joel Embiid.
Shocker.
Joel Embiid is gonna miss about the first week or so, and then Paul George, he's labeled week to week. So hopefully Paul George is back sometime. Hopefully before Thanksgiving, in my opinion. I think he'll be there. We know he got that, hyperextended knee. Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. 76ers. Give me the Bucks -3.5. Let me make sure it's still at 3.5 because I know the news came out. Wow, it's still at 3.5. Might have to put 2.5 units on this, people. I'm surprised it's still at 3.5, even without Joel Embiid, without Paul George. I understand Tyrese Maxey is an all-star, and not for nothing, they have a good supporting cast. But come on now, 3.5 people. Charlotte taking on the Houston Rockets. Jalen Green just got that huge deal. I know Dre Michelle happy about it, but give me Jalen Green over 20.5 points. We saw this kid take that next step, especially after the All-Star break last season. I think 20.5 points is too short. I'm going to be honest. I think Jalen Green's going to average at least 24 to 25 plus points a game. Give me Jalen Green over and give me Houston. I got a two-way teaser for the people, Dill. Give me Houston. I tease them down to a -1. And I'm going to tease down the Pelicans still. Chicago taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. I think the Pelicans are going to be good. You heard me on their futures. I said even sprinkle on them to win the West. If healthy with Zion, we know what he's capable of doing when healthy. To me, they got better. Give me the Pelicans, tease them down to -1.5. So that's a two-way teaser. Houston to -1, Pelicans to -1.5. Dale, let's keep going. Memphis taking on the Utah Jazz. You know how we feel about the Jazz, Dale. We like them, but they're just not a good team.
But we like them early on.
We like them early on. They do start off hot, but I think John Morant and this team take care of business. Zach Edey, I think he's live for Rookie of the Year. I think he's exactly what this team needed. Pair him alongside with a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Jared Jackson Jr. So now he no longer has to play the 5 for about 35 to 40 plus minutes a night. He can play the 4, his traditional position. Watch out for the Memphis Grizzlies this year. Give me the Memphis -3 against the Jazz on the road. Still, next game, Golden State Warriors taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. I understand I took the Warriors under this season wins. I took them to miss the playoffs.
By the way, I was so wrong. I apologize. I said 4 games. There's like 10 games here on Thursday. I don't know what the fuck I was looking at.
I thought you meant today. That's why I said
oh, no.
plays.
Yeah, fucking shot. Yeah, I was like, how is he rattling off all these plays? And then I look at the slate. I'm like, yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, you're good. Keep it going.
Yeah, I know I said Warriors under. I took Warriors to miss the playoffs. But they're playing the Portland Trail Blazers. God damn it. They'll give me the Golden State Warriors -6. Maybe a huge game for Steph. Probably leading is over 30 plus as well. I wouldn't be shocked if Steph balls out there. Give me the -6 on the road with Golden State. Phoenix Suns taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. I do lean the Suns -4.5. I expect the Bradley Beal B3 experiment to at least be a little more successful than it was last season. Still, one thing to start is Bradley Beal's on the court for game 1. To me, that's a good positive start from what we saw last year. Hopefully, it works out better. I just need to see it. I'm gonna lean the 4.5. Not gonna take it official. Give me James Harden over 22.5 points. No Kawhi Leonard. I think James Harden. I'm not saying we're going to see Houston James Harden, but I think we're going to see a shoot first, pass second James Harden tonight, Dill. Give me James Harden over 22.5 points. And that's about it, Dill. That's my last play. Like I said, 10 plays for NBA second night. Second night, people.
Always bet responsibly as well. 3 player props for me. By the way, real quick, Jalen Green, first guy out of the G League to get that contract extension. Shout out him. He got the bag.
100 mil.
Yeah, 100. I think it was like, what, 4 years, 110? Something like that?
3 years, 106 or 109.
Yeah. Shout out him. He deserved it. He has gotten better. I'll go to my first game, Brooklyn Nets and Atlanta. I'm taking Jalen Johnson over 24.5 points and rebounds. It's a combo. That Orlando and Miami game, the Battle of Miami. I'm going to take Franz Wagner, fading him under 19.5 points. And then my last one, 8:00 game, Chicago Bulls at New Orleans Pelicans. Give me Josh Giddey over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think this guy is going to have a really good season. 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is one of the best players, and I'm excited to see Lonzo. Excited to see Lonzo, kid. I'm not going to lie. I haven't seen him in, 4 years? So we're gonna the debut of Lonzo. I think he's gonna play really good this year. So
triple B's on the man.
Exactly. So and by the way, I did mention, having a bad Sunday. Mets, they didn't show up either. I'll say this, good season. I thought the Rizzler was gonna save our season when he came to our game. I was like, oh yes, we just need one more character that we could latch on to for some luck. I really thought he was going to save our season. But, we lost to the better team. The Dodgers are a fucking wagon. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not going to watch the... You're going to watch the World Series. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's the Dodgers versus the Yankees. At the end of the day, I think for the past few years now, I think these two teams have been on a crash course collision to finally face each other in the World Series. Yankees, they've run into the Astros a couple years. So now that they have an easier road, and if I'm a Yankee fan, I wouldn't apologize for having an easy road. Shit, I wish the Mets had a fucking easy road, but they didn't. So I don't know. It's hard, and it just sucks because there are some likable players on the Yankees. I don't know how I feel about Judge, but Juan Soto's the man. I love Giancarlo Stanton. He looks like a giant who just rakes baseballs. I love Anthony Volpe. The kid, he's out. He reps New Jersey. There are some likable guys. I can't lie. But I hope the fucking Dodgers smoke them. I'm not going to lie. I hope the Dodgers smoke them in 4 or 5. Tommy Edman, MVP. I hope he got the NLC. He was batting 800 in the NLCS. He was batting 4th. I mean, that line, the two of the top lineups are incredible. So I think it's great for baseball. And all those losers who say, I'm not going to watch it, you're just lying to yourself. I bet you. Elvis, I'll bet you, but you probably agree with me. It's going to be one of the most watched World Series in recent history. 15 years since the Yankees haven't made it. That feels like an eternity for these people.
Dale, to be honest, this is the first time in our lifetime you're going to see this classic matchup in the World Series.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is going to break. I'm not records,
I don't know about that.
I'm going to say the last most watched World Series in the last 10 years. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that, Dale. I'm going to say since the Cubs won it all.
Oh, yeah, when they broke the streak. Yeah.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to say since the Cubs won it all, most watched World Series. First time in our lifetime we're going to see this matchup. And not for none, I hate to say it, but these are the two best teams in baseball.
They are.
They are, And for all the people out there, all the Yankee fans out there, I hope y'all win game 1. And the Dodgers win in 5, so y'all have some hope. So y'all can feel good about yourself. And I can just laugh at you guys. Nah, but all seriousness, still, I'm gonna be watching this World Series.
Oh, yeah.
To me, this is a powerhouse. You got Ohtani, who's considered one of the greatest players of all time. You have Aaron Judge, who's on an historic pace these past few years as a Yankee. You got Juan Soto, who's been amazing since he came in the league, looking for his second ring. And then, he's also a free agent in about 2-3 weeks.
He might go across the Throg's neck over to Queens.
We don't know what he could do, but all I'm saying is, I think if he wins the ring, he's out of there.
Yeah,
I think if he wins, he's out of there.
I'll say these two things. One, he's gonna get $600 million. I don't know if he gets Ohtani money, $700 million, but he's gonna get $600 million in the open market.
And
that's
right now,
a fact.
If I'm Brian Roberts, Dale, I'm gonna make a call. If I need it, Dale, I need Ohtani to close some games. I need Ohtani to close some games now.
And lastly, on the Yankee note, Aaron Judge has been a great past few years, but he will never be a true Yankee if he never wins a ring.
No, true captain.
No, true Yankee.
He
needs to win.
Yankee.
He needs to win.
Because
the Yankees.
You can't be a legendary captain. You can't have your monument in center field without one of them things.
Yeah.
You could get your number in the banners,
but you're not going to be an all-time Yankee.
You're not going to be in I forget what ceremony.
It's I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The grace get
Monument Park.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to win one or two of them things to get put in center field.
And
A-Rod's not in center field.
I guarantee he won't. That's my hot take because they're going to get smoked. Hopefully in 4. But, kid, that's going to do it. Any last words before we get up out of here?
No, Dale, let's just continue the hot streak. We've been hot as of late. Hopefully the NBA season, we start off on track as well. And bet responsibly for all the people that's going to be, telling us today.
Good luck. God bless. We'll see you guys.